watch myself, then watch the defense. I'm gonna watch how can I get better in my technique to become a better player, and then I'm gonna watch by call and by formation of what the offense is doing, and learn how we can be better as a whole and communicate better and pass things off, because we're trying to switch up, like be more versatile in our defense. I mean, I think we can go out there and play man coverage the whole time, but to come away with some takeaways, you got to be able to switch it up.
You said you did not see the concept that they ran in practice?
No, we definitely seen them. It was just a matter of communication, and I definitely think our coaches did a great job of preparing us for everything we would see.
On the first touchdown, the post route that was deep, you looked like you were in kind of a cloud coverage, or you were underneath the cloud. Was that a 3D concept or 2D?
It was a.
Because it looked like Nelson kind of came down, so I wasn't sure if he was middle. Like,
it was a 2D.
Okay, so was it like an inverted 2? Because I think on the other side you had Hicks was kind of the other deep half. Okay, thank you.
So that second half, is there anything different you saw concept-wise, or just what they tried to run compared to the second half?
Yeah, they definitely switched it up. Try to play with our eyes and play with our rules. A lot of teams are going to try to play with our rules, because I think if they don't play with our rules, then they know they don't have a good chance of beating us. A lot of under and outs, over and just things that beat our defense without beating our defense mentally, I think, is what they tried to do, and not just okay, this guy is better than him, so let's get him the ball. I think they did a lot of hiding players and putting them in positions they weren't used to being in, and us having to key that. I try to look at the whole formation before the play starts. If it's 3-by-1, 2-by-2, and what I could possibly get out of these formations, and then once the snap hits, I just play ball.
Season, in 2 minutes on offense, basically said, if we execute better, we score more points and win the game. On defense, when you say we eliminate those mental mistakes, they don't score as much as we win the game?
Yeah, I mean, of course it's easy to blame the offense, but
I'm not blaming them, just that's what they would say.
Yeah, I mean, and they know what they are capable of and what they should have done, but I think, without those mental errors, we can keep the game at 0-0 and call it good. Call it they go into overtime, or, win by a field goal, 3-0 or whatever.
I know you mentioned, you talked about communication earlier. I know you still have to talk about the film, but what type of communication, when you have those three big plays that went for 40+ yards passing plays, so what type of communication you and the other defensive back and the defensive backfield have to discuss and trying to make those adjustments?
I think the communication just has to be playing within the defense. I think a lot of guys may sometimes try to be a hero and do someone else's job, or may get baited. I think their offense did a lot of good things by playing with our rules and having eye candy to get some guys to settle their feet, and sometimes that's all it takes. Just a little look over here and then throw it over there.
Given how experienced the secondary is and how many snaps you guys have played together, how does that kind of stuff just sit with you as a senior, and mistakes that you probably wouldn't expect to happen with this group?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect much mistakes out of this group, and I think we had very few mistakes. I think with the mistakes we had, we should have still won the game. But I think they're definitely, going to happen throughout the season, and they're definitely needed throughout the season to learn from and grow.
These top 25 showdowns to start the season, obviously one team's going to be feeling really good, one team's going to be feeling really bad. But at the same time, what do you take away from this loss, and maybe just the fact that, okay, our issues are showing up now in week 1. They may not have shown up till week 3 against Notre Dame if we beat up on 2 cupcakes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good to learn from. That it happened early, and that they beat us only by scheme and not one-on-one matchups. Just allows us to, if we get that right, then we dominate. And once we do that, the game can go a lot different, and we can get more takeaways in these coverages. But to see it and know that, okay, now this team might try to beat us with it. It just keeps us on alert to what we messed up on, that other teams might try to use it. So I think it's a good learning lesson, because seeing it early, 9 times out of 10, we're going to stop it the second time.
What's the mood in the locker room right now? Because there are a handful of seniors that came back to do something special. There's obviously a lot more seniors that this is going to be their last ride and have the same aspirations. Things take a little bit of a hit. How would you just describe how that locker room was?
I think the locker room was definitely like, it's quiet. A lot of guys knowing that. I think we all left it out there on the field, but it's just a matter of dominating, not getting tired of dominating your opponent, not being tired of being great, not being tired of winning. Don't get bored of winning. And I think we have a lot of guys that were winning, just things didn't go in our favor when it came to just winning the game. You can win in a lot of situations throughout the game, but the overall whole point is to win the game. That's the biggest win. And I think, like Penn State, I think they lost a lot of situations. I think they had more L's across the 4 quarters than W's, but in the end, they came up with the biggest W.